Hey, good morning, YouTube family. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in your life. Let's play a little game of what if today. What if this situation that we're experiencing right now in the world, you know what I mean, the coronavirus pandemic, what if the changes that we're having to make are not some temporary inconvenience until we get back to our normal routine? What if we're experiencing a major transition and cultural shift into a new way of living? Stay with me. We're going to talk about that in today's video. Tammy here, and on this channel we talk about personal growth. We talk about loving yourself, loving others, and being the best you're here to be. If this sounds like something you're interested in, come on in, let's chat. Before we get started, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It's in one of these corners down here. Follow this channel. Be sure to hit the bell notification when you do, so you know when all the videos are updated and released. And if you've ever enjoyed tossing around an idea in your head, if you've ever enjoyed thinking about possibilities and what could be and what is, and go ahead and hit the like button and show a little love for the channel. So I've been neglecting this channel for a minute. Number one, to practice a little self-care and healing, but also because I got distracted with Facebook videos that I've been filming. And yeah, Facebook, I said it, I'm old school like that. But I love Facebook. Everybody's there, it's lots of conversation. But I don't normally post videos there, or haven't in the past so much, once in a while. But I've been really called to just like focus on self-care, focus on talking about the collective trauma, the collective stressors that are happening, the individual stressors and trauma, and healing from that in a positive way. Go back through all the videos on this channel and you'll figure out how to do positive healing and dealing with traumas and stressors and self-care. That's what this channel is all about. I usually link videos up in the top. If you're on the computer watching, you can see those. Television, I don't know about on the phone, but I usually link those up there, and I'm not going to do that this time. I want you to scroll back through my entire channel, watch all the videos, because that's what I do here. I'm not trying to sell you a product. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I don't make money from this. This is just me working for you. And every video I post is on how to be a better you, how to take care of yourself, how to love yourself, how to love others. And I thought today what we would talk about is what if. So on the Facebook videos, I've been covering just trauma, self-care, all of that. But I wanted to just toss around this idea. What if, okay? One form of healing is mindfulness, being in the now. Mindfulness is very mentally healing to the body, but we know that if something is healing mentally, it's also healing physically. You can't separate mind and body. They impact each other. What if what we're experiencing right now is a major cultural shift? We've gone through these cultural shifts in the past. These have happened before. People lived through them before. You know, when we read in the history books, we see, oh, we moved from the agricultural age to the industrial age. That happened. That was a transition. It didn't just like one day, everybody woke up and we're like, wow, we are in an industrial age. Yesterday, we were just farming, and today, look, we're in the factories. No, it didn't happen like that. It wasn't like, bam. It was a very gradual transition, a very gradual shift. And what if what we're experiencing now is some kind of shift like that? What I want you to ask yourself and think about, you know, we've been trying to teach our kids. We've been trying to learn Zoom. Some people haven't even heard of that. We've been trying to learn Zoom. We've been having all these meetings with families and friends and conferences and on the computers, and we've been FaceTiming people. We've been we've been trying to figure out how to work from home. We've been trying to figure out how to adjust. We've been trying to figure out how to deal with our kids and family, and everybody's right up like this. We've been trying to figure out how to love alone time if we're isolated alone. I'm isolated alone. We've been trying to figure that out. You know, I've always loved my time alone. I've always been fine with my own company. But now we're trying to really come to terms with that and get super comfortable with it. So what if all of this is a transition? Things are not going to go back to normal. We're not going to like one day say, okay, the businesses can all start up and get back. Everybody can get back. And then we just jump back into work. No, people aren't going to have money. Businesses aren't going to have money. Things aren't going to operate exactly as they were before. You know, people aren't going to want to spend. Even if they have money, they're going to be a lot more cautious. You know, all of a sudden we separate our families. Our dogs are going to be super sad to see us leave the house. And it's not going to be wake up on a Monday morning and go back to business as usual. So my question to you is, if this were your new normal, let's just play. If this were your new normal, your home is the center of your life. You are, if you're isolated with your family, you're surrounded by your family. If you have young children, if you have teenagers in the house, you're surrounded with your family. Your home is the center of your life. You're doing a lot of working from home, things that we used to think we had to go outside to a cubicle or an artificially lit temperature controlled building to do. Now we understand that we can do it within our home. If this were your new normal, if this were the way that your life went, how would you make the best of that? What would you change? What would you do? These are my questions for you to think about. Are you trying to force something right now because you're trying to keep up with the way you used to do it? Are you trying to force something right now that doesn't really have to happen? Are you practicing self-care? So if this were your new normal, okay, what would you change? What would you do? How would you ease into it? And that's really what I'm doing right here. I'm trying to encourage you to ease into it. I'm trying to encourage you to think about, well, I need to practice some self-care. I need to take a walk. I need to take a bath. I need to sit down and read a book. Work doesn't have to be 9 to 5 if you're working from home. It doesn't have to be 9 to 5. Some of us work our best in the mornings and some work our best in the evenings. And some, yes, you have to be available for when other people are available if you're working, you know, with others someplace else. But sometimes work can be 9 to noon and then you take the afternoon off. And then for some, like with me, I work from home and 10 o'clock at night, sometimes I'll be like, you know, I've worked during the day off and on, but then 10 o'clock at night, I'll be, I'll just check my email. And then I just like, bam, knock out a big, huge chunk of work. So what would you change? What would you do differently? Right now we're stressing and we're waiting and we're out here in the future. You know, when will it get back to normal? Let's pull it back in for a minute. Let's practice mindfulness and be where we are. And let's ask ourselves, how can I make my current situation better? How can I make my current situation more ideal? Okay. Personally, I've signed up for a grocery delivery service. It was stressing me out. I was going to use a swear word. I'll leave that out. It was stressing me out to go to the store and worrying about people bumping into me and not keeping their space and having to line up outside the store. It was stressing me out. And I thought, you know what? I really don't need to do that. So I've signed up for a meal delivery and a grocery delivery service. And I just feel a lot more relaxed. How can you stop fighting the situation and start being where you are? I don't know that I've really given any useful tips in this video. I don't know that I've really guided you in any way. And that really wasn't the intent in this. The intent in this video today was to get you to think and practice mindfulness. Think, maybe this isn't an inconvenience. Maybe this is an opportunity to see things in a different way. Maybe it's an opportunity. Hear my dog's over here biting her nails. I'm making her nervous. I'm stressing her out. Maybe this is an opportunity to practice mindfulness and to ask yourself, how could I make this better? How could I be more comfortable in the situation that I'm in? Okay, how can I make my life, the choices I've made in the past aren't working. And we do this, don't we? With relationships, with jobs, with whatever. The choices I've made in the past aren't working in this current situation. So how can I make different choices that would better fit today, better fit where I am right now? And that's what I want to challenge you to do today. I want to challenge you to think, what's one thing that I could change that would make this situation easier for me? Is it signing up for a grocery delivery service? Is it scheduling an afternoon nap? Is it whatever? I don't I don't know what fits for you, but whatever. Is there something I can do? And that's my challenge to you, is try one thing that you can do to make this a better fit. Practice mindfulness. Stop seeing it as an inconvenience and waiting until you get back to normal, and start living right here in the moment. And how can you make your moment more comfortable, more relaxed, and a better fit for you? All right, you guys, go throw that gorgeousness of yours out at the world and have a beautiful rest of your day.